Welcome to the Bull Alert channel, friends. I'm going to let you read this from November 2021. There's really no reason that Ethereum should be worth less than any public company, and it's only worth 20% of Apple, 25% of Google, a third of Amazon. Personally, I think the intellectual capital working on and invested in Web3 in the network, it should be worth much more. That was literally top ticking Ethereum if you go back to 2021 November, and I'm going to show you that right now, friends. And we're going to use it to advantage to stay bullish for a long time. It was right up here, as you can see right up there, friends. So Ethereum was like $4,600, $4,700. So there is really no formula you can use to grab a certain price that you think, oh, okay, now things are too high. You just don't know, friends. So I think it's best really for yourself. You don't have any real price targets. You're just there along the ride. You're just there to stay on the bull. Because here's the thing, friends. Even if something is expensive, you don't know how long into the future the market participants will price it. You don't know. In crypto, you can price something 4 years into the future. You're just absolutely parabolic nuts. You just don't know. Okay, so that's why I'm going to play for you some pump music just to remind you of that. We're going to be building up strength. That's what's going to happen in this bull market. You're going to have all these corrections and dips. You make higher lows, and it gives people confidence to hop in. Okay, so you have been sitting through all the cheap prices in every single altcoin, every single ecosystem, and they're finally going to be leaving us for good. Just wait for the mind-blowing euphoria, because you can always rationalize that it should go higher. And to be honest, when things are expensive, you could always rationalize that it's about to end. Shout out to Joey. We need institutional money to flood in. What event is going to cause euphoria? My friend, euphoria doesn't need an event. Euphoria is just the candle going so far for so long, so high. That's what it is. Euphoria. Now, I know what you're really asking. You say, hey, what's going to actually give people the confidence to go up? Look, friends, the news doesn't matter. What people really want, you know, all those non-believers, people come in a bull, what they actually want to see is they want to see weakness turn into strength a number of times. Okay? Basically, they want to see weakness turn into strength to give them the confidence to be able to go all in. That's what they're actually looking for. All right? They want to see strength. Once they are shown strength, they get in. That's buying green candles. That's why my investment philosophy is to buy low. I want to buy in the depression. I want to buy weakness. I want to buy when people can't find a single thing to get bullish about. That's what I want to buy. That's if you've been holding through the bear market, you've been holding through that. You see, there's a difference. Now, earlier, friends, I've shown you my bull alert postal chart. This is the others BTC. It is actually curling up from here, 0.18. That means others is 18% of Bitcoin's market cap. The others index is outside of top 10. It is a very cool chart. Okay, that's why I use it as a ratio. And man, and look what marked the bottom. Altcoins are done from the Twink brothers down there. And you remember, friends, from exactly 4 years ago, we have Randy Boo, who was pretty much saying that it was all over. And I can show it to you right now. Randy Boo, what if there's no alt season? Only buy tokens that would survive a bear market. You see that, friends? I was literally right on the Pico end because everyone thought it was really over. Bang! You see that? So are we going to get that nice bang again? I really hope so. We'll see. And by the way, nothing tells you that it's coming, okay? Every snowball, friends, every avalanche, it starts with a little snowflake. You don't know which one it's going to be. You don't want to miss out, do you? Okay? Now, I want you to get some conviction to hold your bags, friends. And what I'm going to do now, actually play some Cranky G music. From 4 years, friends, Bitcoin is up 6.5x. So in my chart here, so this is the arrow 6.5x from September 2020. So now, here's the thing. You should measure, go to your net worth in your mind, you know your net worth, okay? Go to September 2020. You should be 6.5 times richer or more. All right. If you're not, don't stress out. I'm just telling you that's the benchmark. Okay. Because Bitcoin is up 6.5x. So if you are not 6.5x or more, not to give you any FOMO, but you need to go turbo long leverage. No leverage. I'm just joking. But you just got to go turbo long. Okay. You got to find slingshot leverage because you're going to keep underperforming Bitcoin over time. Now, if you're listening to this, friends, most of you double thumbs up. Everyone's in the clear. It's just there are people on the outskirts. They have a lot of stablecoins, friends. It's funny. They have a portfolio. I've seen plenty of people. They got a portfolio of 100K. They keep 50% stablecoins. Okay, they always have like 50% in there. Now here's the thing. They will only count the other 50% to measure against Bitcoin. That's what they'll do. So why? Because it makes them feel good. But really, if they have 100K today, they should have 650K. But they don't. Most of them only have like 100 or 200 or whatever. Because they want to keep that 50K for a rainy day. Now, here's the thing. There are people, if you're working a job, everyone's going all in. They're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going in. Okay. These are the people who get ahead. Now, if you're going to sit there on the sidelines, you're going to have to accept that over time, you're just going to be bleeding to this Bitcoin value that just keeps going up. Okay. And surprise, surprise, these are the people who take on the worst risk at the worst time eventually. All right. These are the people who make the worst mistakes. They make it at the tip, very end, like a really end of the cycle. Okay. These are the people unfortunately, they'll buy like Time Wonderland type stuff, Olympus down at the very end. Okay. So if you're not holding stablecoin, you're doing things right, you don't need to take on that excess risk at the end. So that's why I have my post here to just do this comparison, right? So your portfolio and net worth, it's something to just let you know that you're on the right path, friends. And even if you don't have a comparison that measures up like 6.5x higher, don't worry. Let's say you're only up 2x or 3x, but you just know, okay, your altcoins, if they do another 2, 3, 4, 5 from here, don't get excited, okay? I'm here to help temper your emotions. Like, you're behind. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're behind. You're not in the front. You're not crashing. Oh, wow, I made 400%. No, you're not. You're getting crushed by the risk-free crypto, which is Bitcoin. Okay, it's not risk-free, but you get the point. Okay, it's the lowest risk. So you have a lot of groundwork to make up for, and I'm trying to help you inspire to basically achieve higher targets. Now, you're going to need this principle going forward in the bull market. Okay, I love burgers. Okay, now let's listen. I know where to buy the best burger in the world. But you can only buy it from a guy's van, and his business market cap will never match McDonald's because of its Big Mac. Okay? This is the same with many crypto altcoins. Having the better tech is not always enough. Do you understand that? Okay, so yeah, you all know where to go buy the best burger in the world. No one's heard of it. Therefore, its value is literally zero. To everyone in the world, that's it. You get it? In crypto, it doesn't matter what the best thing is. Okay, let's say someone makes a hex clone, but instead of 9% yield short term, they give like 15%. Doesn't matter, man. Who's got the cult? You see? That's what it all comes down to. Who is out there promoting themselves with the energy, okay? Now, whenever someone's in something, they'll look at everything else as having zero value. But if you can find something that they've written off for zero, that is starting to make a comeback, or has a potential, like we've been speaking about Pulse Chain, Hex, the cult, and everything else, you can get handsomely rewarded with the deep value contrarian rotation. And speaking of that, friends, I mean, this is just the start. You have Hex going up 151%. See moves like that, friends. This is the stuff that starts to kick things off, makes everyone believe. And just a quick reminder, right? So people always want to know, hey, why will Hex outperform Bitcoin? Why will Pulse ETH ratio go up? It's because of the number of users in there, okay? The only thing that matters is what your future user growth rate is going to be. That's all that matters. That's Metcalfe's law, okay? Now, trying to figure that out is obviously very difficult, but Bitcoin has 320 million people. Hex only has 260,000. Okay, so if Hex adds 2.6 million people, that's 10x the user base, you will get a 100x price increase. Hex will go to $1. P-Hex itself will go to $1 if you added 2.6 million people. For Bitcoin, if you add 2.6 million people, nothing happens. Okay, you basically just farted by yourself in the kitchen. Nothing's happened, okay? Nothing's happened. If you want to add a 100x price growth to Bitcoin, you need 3.2 billion people. You need to add all of China, all of India, and probably someone else, okay? So that's what it comes down to when it comes to Metcalfe's law. Now, it doesn't mean you just necessarily buy the networks with like 5 people in there, right? Because what if they go to zero and abandon? But you get an idea of the growth rate potential. And this is a better way to look at things instead of market cap, because market cap obviously can be obfuscated, okay? Also, having fun here. What's worse, a daughter with an OnlyFans or a son shilling himself as an expert Forex trader? Now, why do I have this here, friends? It's because those expert Forex traders are going to come into crypto. They're going to be telling everybody about trading and here's this moving average, or they make an indicator, or here's an AI bot. They try every trick under the sun. We already know buying spot altcoins is the way to crush it in this game. And I wanted to also show you the Bitcoin cycle comparison. Check this out. We are really behind now. See, this is the black line. That's where our cycle is. And every other cycle from before, I mean, like there's huge price deviations up here. We should be like 80 to 100K. So it is the worst performing altcoin cycle. However, it doesn't necessarily mean you lose because, like I said, friends, if something is only going to do, 1/3 of the returns you expect, then you can increase your bag size by triple. You see? You go, oh, I need 100x to retire. Okay. What if you're only going to get 30? Okay. Once you increase your bag size from 1 unit to 3.3 units, go harder, buy more of the lows. You increase your bag quantity size. Now, you don't need 100x. Now you have 30x. Okay. So this principle is obviously going to start to leave us once we start to clear higher prices. But at least you've been exposed and you can win. I also found this very fascinating, friends. My most content, it's UFO stuff. And I love the UFO stuff. I mean, I spent so much time on it. I love it with deep in my heart. It's the UFO community. It is right next to the crypto community. Bleeding edge, extremely long bear markets, fringe of society, very good research, very good. And crypto people are really good at basically being detective. Okay, Sherlock Holmes detective, Sherlock Tommy. They can grab tiny pieces of the puzzle and they can start to connect them. Very inquisitive, if you will, okay? That is exactly like the UFO community, okay? There are UFO guys going around the world like Praveen. He's researching the Nagas and reptilians in ancient Hindu temples. There's other people like Richard Dolan. They're going through like history textbooks from like 80 years ago and newspaper clippings, and they're finding all these similarities with like, the Sumerians and all these other things, and just amazing coincidences that aren't even coincidences that they're basically putting together out here. So these are the type of mind you need to succeed in crypto because they're all bleeding edge, because you're literally bleeding edge. There's no book for it. You've got to look at what everyone else has already known and then try to piece the things together. And it's actually very, very exciting because the upside is very big. Now, with crypto, you have an upside that you don't have with UFO stuff. With UFO stuff, it's basically intellectual stimulation. Okay, it's fun. It's awesome. You get to learn government, all these other things, what they're hiding, and or how they've been lying to us. Okay, sweet. But with crypto, now you can actually get rich. You can actually get rich now because it's scarcity. You're trading attention scarcity, trading mind shares around the internet, and the money is being debased as well. So you're basically in a better system, and the wealth of that goes up over time. So I think it's a natural fit for both of them. We're probably going to see them merge over time. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, friends, if one day we have social media which is running on a blockchain, and people got to do like a UFO leaks, they throw them on there because they can't be deleted. Because on YouTube, they get shadow banned, they get deleted. I show you the shadow banned stuff. I show you the deleted stuff. I show you how YouTube hides all things. They're getting very, very nifty and very, very well expertised at how they hide things. They don't just go delete videos anymore. They make the shadow banning extreme. Now, we have these things to look forward to, friends, like ICSA and Hex, more price pumps. Because, in the UFO community, they're trying to pull together like, oh, this UFO and this tech, and then this ancient text said this. Okay, but in crypto, when you see things like ICSA's leverage on Hex, okay, now it's matching around Hex today, but these periods of time, okay, ICSA just shoots up. If you're inquisitive about things in markets, man, you can literally crush it because you're watching human behavior. And you're watching them on chain, you're watching them to just basically sell things too low and hopefully wait long enough to buy things too high. And you can basically change your life, you can retire. You can't do that anywhere else, man. You literally can't. So let's hope that this still continues for us, and we're going to have much more opportunity to come, friends. Remember, the ecosystems out here, they're all going to go up. They're all going to go up. Now, it's just up to us, right, to figure out what's going to be the best, okay? Because we know there's a difference, man. There's a difference between buying Stellar, which is vegan XRP, and then buying Peppy. They evoke different emotions in your head, okay? One's a frog and a meme and a new coin. That's Peppy. And Stellar is vegan XRP. Old school payment solutions already listed everywhere. You see? There's a difference. But ultimately, it all got to start from a thesis, friends, because you're looking for deep value contrarian, right? Look at this. Pulse chain thesis is simple. The market is giving 1% odds of survival to pulse chain ecosystem, especially Hex. The real odds are 90%. Hex and Pulse Chain conference every year. 2 conferences hosted by Matty Allen. Okay. You have Key Information Asymmetry, 170,000 ETH, which is literally the bazooka sitting there as well. 170 content creators, 72 streamers. I mean, the list goes on and on. All these things happening, friends. The number of stakers and everything is still growing. Just everything's saying these things are getting healthier, not worse. Okay. But the market still feels bad. That's why these things are down. Like they survived the 99% drop, right? So I think the market has it totally mispriced and wrong. Now you got to remember, when I say the market's wrong, it's a funny thing to think about, because markets play off their emotion, and if they feel bad today, they will sell. Okay, so what are they wrong about? Okay, they feel bad today, so they're right. They're right to sell. They feel bad today. Okay, but you're not playing that game. Okay, so there's a mismatch of duration here. You're buying stuff that they feel bad about today, and you're speculating that they're going to feel better in 12 months. You have to read people. That's what we do, friends. That's what I do. We have to read people better than they can read themselves. Okay? Examples I always use. What happens if your friend says they're going to pick you up, take you to the cinemas? He says he'll pick you up at 7 o'clock. He's late by half an hour. Are you going to go block and delete your friend because he's late by half an hour? Are you going to say that's the end of our friendship? I want nothing to do with it. No. But are you like basically justified to be a bit pissed off that they were half an hour late? Yeah. But then you got to find that balance. You're like, okay, you can be pissed off, but you shouldn't throw away the whole friendship. Okay. You can be pissed off at cycle performance, red candles and everything else, but should you relinquish bags at minus 99% down from the top? Should you be doing that? Is that a wise thing to be doing today if you're going to be around with your heart beating in about 24 months from now? Is that going to be a wise thing? The answer is no. No, it's not a wise thing, okay? You're not playing for the world today, friends. As Jeffrey Gunlock would always say, you're never playing for the world today. You're playing for what the world looks like in like 12, 18, 36 months, okay? That's, you have to be living in the future. That's just speculating, okay? That's how you win, right? And that's why Pulse Chain will flip Cardanzo, 18x to go. You see this, friends, is what you want to see. This is the Hex pump. I know these candles are nice and big and fat, juicy and green, on its way to a penny, a punch above penny. You see green candles everywhere. You see these big numbers. And then you have me smashing the bears. One day, friends, I'm telling you now, man, like, we're excited. I just don't know how excited we can be if Hex is like 20 cents now. Because you're like, oh my gosh, bro, years could have bought it at half a penny for years. Now it's at 20 cents. And you'll probably be very surprised with the conviction that people will yell that it's going to $2. Just like Bitcoin. I mean, like, man, Bitcoin once peaked at $1,150 back in 2013, November. In the midst of that turmoil, no way, if you're sitting in that mess, you could have ever convinced yourself that people are going to be running over themselves to buy a $70,000 Bitcoin. Okay? It just stopped at $1,000, crashed back down to $180. You see, like, if you go back in time right here, like, all you're seeing is this: $1,000 comes back down to $180, $200. If you just imagine, friends, this is now the 2016 halvening around here. $300-400. Just imagine someone told you one day, my friend, right? Say Bitcoin is literally $600. One day, people will be choking each other out to buy a $60,000 price, 100x higher. You're telling they're smoking crack. Are we going to be seeing the same thing with our bags? It could be, friends. It could be. We might be seeing literally people run over themselves to buy a 30 to 50 cent Hex because they're playing for that quick double, and people will come and play for that. Okay, people are gonna love buying Bitcoin at 100K to try flip it at 200K. You're gonna see it, man. You're gonna see it. And with that, friends, the best is yet to come. Make sure you like, subscribe. Don't forget he loves you. Catch you in the next one.